Hello and welcome to the Just Fucking Finished Jam award ceremony. Before we kick off, I just want to congratulate everyone who participated. That means the folks who submitted, as well as everyone who offered their expertise in the help hotlines. I also want to thank everyone who may have started working on something but never got around to submitting anything for the jam. And just want to let you know that if you didn't just fucking finish, that's all right. And that over time, you're going to get better at what you do, and you can totally just fucking finish if you keep at it. Okay, now, the awards. There were categories which all the participants could vote on for each other's entries, but it doesn't really seem like that got used so much. But at least I can use these categories as a way to organize this video. The categories are overall, when you look at the whole thing; fun, when you smilin' and vibin'; innovation, when you ain't seen nothing like it; theme, when you like, oh, how clever; graphics, when your eyeballs can't get enough; audio, when your ears can't get enough; and best FSMs, when you want to frame that FSM and hang it on a wall. So first up, best FSMs. This one goes to the FSM that has the most visual appeal, but that also has clarity, so any spaghetti FSMs would not qualify. And the award goes to Mentagica Maxium for the Spell Level Manager FSM on the Player Game Object. The symmetry, the color coding, and the clarity of the flow, it's gorgeous. Next up, audio. The award goes to Chasm. This one just really stood out for both the soundtrack and the sound design. It has the super eerie vibes, but also those samples on the end menu song. It's just, what a jam. Next up, graphics. The award goes to Chasm for the, well, to be perfectly honest, because I'm just a sucker for this style. You're tuning into my channel, you're hearing my opinion, and low poly models with low res textures, maybe through pixelization post-processing, or at least just skipping the anti-aliasing. Yes, please. Next up is theme. The award goes to White Room of Lies. We had some really excellent interpretations for the theme, but here was the theme painted in the broadest brushstroke, very simply and totally illustrated by the design of the game. I would love to look at the FSMs responsible for the table and cake that went to the opposite side of whichever room the player chose. Next up, innovation. This one was a hard one because I wasn't really sure how to measure innovation here. So I finally decided that it would make sense to measure innovation based on a curve of sorts. So comparing the entries to each other and only each other. But then it's like, okay, well, innovation in what regard? Technical or creative? So finally, I landed on Mentagica Maxium, because out of all the projects, it stands out as the most ambitious, not even just solely on a technical level either, but for the fact that there is a whole lore that sets up the mechanics. So both creatively and technically speaking, this was the one game that I saw dare to fail. And daring to fail, I think, is the best North Star I can come up with for picking a winner for innovation. Next up, fun. The award goes to White Room of Lies. The character and pace of this game just kept me intrigued, kept me playing, really just tickled me. Totally fun little jam. It might be easy to jock Portal and Stanley Parable, the test chamber FPS genre, if you will, but the White Room of Lies was a perfect jab at the theme of this jam. And finally, overall, my favorite entry from the jam has got to be Chasm. If I try to articulate just why this was my favorite, I might tell you something like the vibes, the simplicity. It just felt like such a coherent piece, like a short out of a book of horror stories. And like I said, the graphics are just my kind of thing. And the sound design was also very much what I'm into, with the sampleism and stuff like that. It ran well, and if I wasn't streaming, I would have found out how to move that car, but thanks for helping, chat. And I just want to say that for all the entries I was able to play, I can say I did enjoy my time playing them, even when they were taking the piss out of me. By the way, you can see me playing through these games on the stream VOD, there's a link in the description. And seriously, thanks to everyone who participated, especially those in the Help Hotline squad. And I also want to give a big shout out to Mechalina, who really helped put this jam together, organized the living shit out of it, took care of a ton of the logistics. Be sure to check her out on social. She's in the middle of working on a crazy gamified fitness app, and she's using Playmaker to build parts of it. There are links in the description. Again, thanks, everyone. This means we're gonna have to do another JFFJ, and I'm stoked to have you there next time as well.